morning and welcome to my channel, The NLB Life. I'm Nelson, and today I met up with my good friend Nick, and we're going to do an exploratory ride up into the Blue Ridge area of North Carolina. We're going to take some very familiar roads to us. We'll leave out of Dallas, North Carolina, where we are now, and go up through the Cherokee Scenic Parkway over to Caesar's Head National Park, that's Highway 276, and then on up into Brevard, and from there into Sylva and Western Carolina. So I hope you'll stay tuned. We'll be talking to you along the way, but enjoy the sights. We want to check out the road conditions now after Hurricane Helene. It's been about 8 months since she came through this area, and we want to do some preview rides as we prepare for the Road Glide National Rally that will be hosted in Asheville, North Carolina at the end of July. So this will be our first exploratory ride to that area, with hopefully a lot of the roads that we're most familiar with will now be reopened. So stay tuned.
We're leaving out of Dallas, North Carolina around 10 a.m. And to save time, we are going up Highway 74 West up to Tryon, where we'll get off on I-26 and go over to the Campobello area, and there we'll take a quick break. We've traveled 78 miles in an hour and 20 minutes. We're stopping to top off with gas, and we're going to grab a quick bite for lunch.
Well, it's been a beautiful morning. We're up here in an area where I recently visited to come up to a restaurant on another ride. We're right on the intersection of Highway 11 and Highway 14 in Landrum. And a couple of weeks ago, I came up to this restaurant right behind me. It's called the Junction Family Cafe. Home cooking is very good. They have a buffet set up there. So we stopped here at this gas station to top off for gas and get a bite to eat, something quick. And they have a grill inside, and they have some of the best fried chicken. I got chicken tenders. It was delicious. Nick got a chicken mashed potato gravy bowl that he said was delicious. So you can't just assume that gas stations won't have good home cooking food, because this place is very good, very delicious. So if you're ever in this area, you gotta stop off and check out either one or both of these places. Behind me again is the Junction. Excellent food, southern cooking, and then top off with gas, and if another time, get something to eat here at the Spinets, where we're going to continue our ride. We're heading on further down Highway 11, and then we'll pick up Highway 276 and then go into the Caesar's Head State Park area. So continue with our ride. Here we go.
It is very beautiful along this scenic byway. As we travel further, we see some gathering of some clouds, but the day looks to be very nice. For a few miles, Highway 11 and Highway 276 merge, so we're continuing with major Highway 11 as we head towards 276 turnoff. But looking ahead, the clouds are getting a bit darker. We have to keep an eye on that. I saw a review about this restaurant we just passed to the right, F Mart, and one day we have to try that out. They say it's really good. Well, with just a few miles that we travel beyond that stop, it is starting to rain, So we made a decision to head back to that F mark that wasn't about a mile back, and let's take cover there because we did see a little bit of lightning and heard some thunder. So I think we'll wait it out at this restaurant.
Okay, where we were making our way after our lunch stop up there in Landrum, we rode a few miles. We're still on Highway 11, and we are about just a few miles from Caesar's Head, and we saw this advertisement about F Mart, best hot dogs in town. Because it started to rain, we decided to take a rain break and pull over, and we stepped inside, and it's a very nice, quaint little cafe. So the next time through, we're going to make a plan to make this a lunch stop. The folks that are in there, I saw their hot dogs, and it looked like the old-fashioned, nice kind of plump hot dogs. So I had them take a look at their menu.
Good sweet tea too.
Nick says there's good sweet tea. So that's always, when I go to a restaurant, especially down south, if they have good hush puppies and good sweet tea, I know I'm in for a treat. So we're watching the weather. We're seeing the activity.
Yeah, it's like that one big
sail coming overhead. So hopefully, inside of 30 minutes, this will have come through, and we can continue our journey without having to ride in the rain. But we did bring our rain gear, so just in case, we'll see.
I'll see, yeah, 20 minutes or so, it should be gone. Hopefully nothing pops up behind it.
I don't mind the rain, especially a gentle rain like this. I'm just glad the thunderstorm, the lightning, seem to be going off in the opposite direction that we plan to travel. So stay tuned. Adventure on the road. This is what it's all about. In every biker's life, we get a little rain and a whole lot of sunshine, so I'm glad we're not in a hurry. Well, we wound up taking about a 40-minute rain break. The storms, well, the rain, I should say, it wasn't a storm, but it has moved past us. Really friendly folks at this F Mart restaurant. So if you're in this area, be sure to check them out. It's right on Highway 11 on the corner of River Falls Road and Highway 11. So we're going to continue our ride now. The sun has come back out. It's nothing like the refreshing smell after a mountain rain, and that's what we're experiencing right now. So looking forward to continuing this ride. We're already into some curves, not far from Caesar's Head State Park. So here we go.
The weather has cleared and the roadway is drying off, so we're continuing our ride towards the Caesar's Head area. Our friend Tim Marshburn told Nick about a beautiful outdoor chapel in that area. Neither of us have been there, so we're going to head over there to check it out. Hopefully the weather will hold out. It's been a few years since I've ridden to Caesar's Head, but these familiar roads are exciting to ride, and the sun has come out and it's a beautiful day, so I'm really enjoying this ride. Route 76 becomes very curvy as we enter and nearing the Caesar's Head area. But we're continuing our ride. This is very fun, and at the same time it's very relaxing. We've turned off to the area where we're headed now to the chapel, and this big dog was walking down the road just as relaxed, and at first I thought it was a sheep, but it turned out to be a dog. But now we're continuing, and apparently this drive, although there are private residents along the way, the YMCA apparently owns a lot of this land. There's a beautiful fall of water at this reservoir. We're taking a look at that. And again, this is our first time seeing this. This road leads about 11 miles from 276, this side road that is. So we're continuing our way, and hopefully we'll be arriving at the entrance to the chapel area soon. So now we've arrived at the entrance, and it seems to be blocked off and closed. So we see some other riders along the side here. So we're going to talk with them, and they told us that there's a memorial service going on and that the park had closed around 1 o'clock. So that's only about 5 or 10 minutes before we arrived. Although this is not the main destination of our ride, it was a little bit disappointing. But after getting back home, I looked at the website, and it does say check the schedule before coming. Anyway, as a plan B, I suggest that we ride back to the Caesar's Head overlook. Nick said he hadn't been there before, and it's a beautiful area. So we're going to take a few pictures here, and then we're going to head over to Caesar's Head.
We have to stay down here, but it's a nice view from here. So we're at Caesar's Head State Park. The rainy weather is chasing us, but we're going to make a quick stop off at the overlook. Gosh, I'm trying to recall when I was last here. It was about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I hope that wasn't the trail. But they said the entrance was behind this building, which I kind of recall. Okay, I hope it's right up here. But you can start to see the valley. And as we get here, there's a rock formation that resembles the head of Caesar. Thus, the name of this park, Caesar's Head State Park, was so-called name. So let me find a trailhead. Hopefully that's it right up here, and we'll take a quick peek because we hear the rumble of thunder in the distance, and it's coming from a direction that we're headed. So hopefully it'll move out as we continue our ride in that direction. But let's check this out while we're here. All right, here we go. This is the upper lookout, and it should open up so that we can get a nice view. We'll see. Hopefully it's clear enough that we can see. Okay, here we go. So if you could get the right angle, if we could get to the lower portion, this rock formation is what was called the Caesar's Head. And I believe this is the highest point in South Carolina. All right, let's go down a little further. Yeah, look at that, isn't that pretty?
Almost see home from here.
Yeah. On the clear day, you can see forever. Hey there. Hey. Hey. How you doing? You coming to check us out? You're ready to go, so I'm ready to go. I got too much energy. My Great Dane at home would love to play with you.
Right. We still haven't found anybody for her to play with, though. We're too scared.
This is the beautiful Caesar's Head State Park observation. I think we're around 2,500, 2,600 feet above sea level. And we've had rain in the area, but you look across this vista and it's just beautiful.
The sun is breaking through the clouds and the roads are drying off, and we're continuing our ride. The next destination is the beautiful NC 281 that leads through Lake Toxaway, and then we'll continue that route on into eventually Sylva. And it's there at Sylva where we'll spend the night. But first we're riding through the town of Brevard. It's a quaint mountain town. It has a wonderful music university there, and it's a very artsy town as well. So that has a bit in common with Asheville, but with more traditional art and music type of activities and venues. Very familiar with Brevard. Goes back many years when I was traveling, playing tennis tournaments all throughout the area, and also as I was working, this was one of our areas that we provided utilities for. We're winding up Highway 64 and 64 will take us over to the NC 281. Somewhat ironically, last year for my birthday, my wife and I went on a waterfall tour along Highway 64 over to Highland, and we discovered this road last year. So it's a beautiful, curvy, mountainous road. It follows the river and lakes and reservoirs, and it is just a beautiful hidden gem, I think, for motorcycle riding and sports car. The traffic is very light, the road is in great condition, and we're enjoying our ride as we make our way.
So we're on Highway 281. This will take you over to Cashiers. Super curvy road. I remember my wife and I were on this last year when I went for my birthday on the Waterfalls tour ride down Highway 64 through Brevard and up into Lake Toxaway and then on over to Franklin, ultimately, where we spent the night there. These are cool people out enjoying the waterway. I'm sure it's cold. This is approaching the middle of July. July the 10th. Excuse me, June the 10th. So this is cool with that. Apparently those folks are in that vehicle. But you can see we're right in the waterway. So this is Wolf Creek Dam. It's a Duke Energy facility up here, a few miles outside of Cashiers. And it's a beautiful early evening hydro generation. But people are out on the water in boats and also wading. There's a Lower Falls at that point over there. I am not hiking down to that. But this is great. A lot of water. And I'm glad the storm, the hurricane, didn't apparently damage this area. From all that I see, things look in good shape here. All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
We're now in Sylva, where we'll spend the night. We rode through Cullowhee, which is the home of Western Carolina, and also it brings us right into Sylva. So we have a hilltop hotel accommodation, and we're looking forward to getting off the bike for a while and just relax. We took a short ride over to this barbecue restaurant that was highly recommended by the front desk clerk. It's called Nick's Barbecue. This is a biker-friendly location. As we made our way inside, We made our order. My selection was delicious, and we told the staff that we'll be back along with potentially 100 people as the Road Glide Nationals. So thank you for watching this part 1. Please stay tuned to part 2 as we continue our journey.